Hey y'all. I'm super excited to be here. I'm really like enjoying how this like technology is just improving the way that we can connect with each other. Really honored to be able to do this and truly connecting with people all over the world. The purpose of this time is to open up my eyes for you in service to your vision. Where are you getting stuck? How can I help you? Let's get into it. Get you moving past wherever you're getting stuck. So if you are seeing this and you want to hop on and ask a question, find the link to the open forum and get on here. Shrikala, I'm ready for our lovely Dorte.
Ah,
Hello.
hello.
So nice to see you again.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. You're in Switzerland.
Yes, that's
And here
right.
we are, as if we were next door.
Yeah,
So
neighbors.
tell me your question today. How can I help?
Okay, my question is, I feel like the pinball in a pinball machine that I feel it inside in the body that shoots around the energy all over. And I feel myself being the pinball as well, just the whole me getting like, scores and then going over this side and that side. My question is, how can I contain that energy and it's not just burst into like the pinball?
What do you want?
I want to be able to use this energy that I get and I guess being a better container so I actually can use this energy and not just throwing it and shooting it around.
Yeah. You were on the live yesterday too, right?
Yeah, but I didn't made it. Yeah, sorry.
I think that actually that's worth watching the whole thing at least once. And I'll just give you the recap, but I just want to direct you there because I think it's a very powerful transmission. The image that I have as you're talking is actually like of a hose where the water's turned on really high, but no one's holding the hose. And so it's like flapping everywhere and like causing a ruckus. So what's nice about that image is that it's actually already contained. It's just not held.
Mm-hmm.
Like the water is already in a tube. It can be directed. You don't have to necessarily do the work to put it in the tube.
Mm.
You just have to pick up the tube, pick up the hose.
Right.
And that is an issue of authority, of ownership, of claiming like, this is my energy. This is mine to direct. You're meant to direct it. No one else is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that's an important, like the image that we talked about yesterday was having a castle. Like you have a castle, Dorte, and it's on a hill and it's yours. You may not have known that you had a castle before.
Right.
So now you know you can move in, you can decorate it, you can start to reign over the realm that is yours.
Mm-hmm.
And this is all a mindset thing, what we're talking about. So we're not talking about vision, we're not talking about strategy, we're just talking about how you work with your own energy on the inside.
Right.
The fact that you have all this energy is an indication of your immense power.
Mm.
What are you getting from all of that?
What I get out of that is that if I have a little more patience with my meditation and let myself drop just a little deeper, I will know the answer where to actually put the energy. And Yeah, just have a little more patience and think deeper, and I will know. As you always say, Dorothy, you know, and it's true. I just have to think deeper, and I do know. So I get that. That is that.
I think that what you just said is actually really also revealing. Are you open to another reflection?
Sure.
If you think about why you're not already holding the hose, why you're not already living in the castle, what I heard you say just now is the ownership is directly connected to claiming responsibility for choosing where that energy goes. So the kind of payoff here that you're describing is that you don't have to take responsibility for it. It's haywire and kind of chaotic, and you can't really focus it anywhere. But you don't have to take responsibility for focusing it either, or for making a choice about where you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
In this direction, you claim your power, you claim your authority. There's a tremendous ease and like ease is just the strongest word that I have for that.
Yeah, it's yeah.
But it demands that you choose where that energy goes.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And I learned so much on that webinar. It's really amazing. Thank you so much for that.
You're talking about MMM, the retreat?
Yeah, MMM or retreat.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Jessie.
My honor, Dorothée. It's so good to see you growing. You're doing great.
Thank you.
Such good questions. I love, Chloe, that you're here. Dawn, thanks for being here. Yeah, these conversations about sales are super important. And yesterday's live about sales went into like we were supposed to be talking about the energetics of sales, but it went even more esoteric than I was expecting. So it's very powerful. Yesterday's live was very, very powerful. So I highly recommend that to everybody. All right. Waiting on the next question.
What am I doing here?
Hi, Yvonne.
Hi, dear. How are you?
If you're here, you must be meant to be here.
I think so.
How can I help you today?
There was nothing. I was just visiting. I thought it would be nice to see you, to hear you, and to salute you and to say thank you for what you did to me.
What did I do to you?
You woke me up. You cracked me open again. So it was lovely. And I started digging in, and I got 2 new clients. So
congratulations. What did you do to get the 2 new clients? Like, what's your awareness of what you shifted or what you did on the inside or the outside that had you create that new result?
When I last week we had some email contact, and I was already for a couple of weeks. I was in a state of mind like it was low, and I was not feeling happy. I didn't feel loved. I didn't. And then I saw. Then your email came, and then this was rising, and I was thinking, well, what the fuck is going on? Something is going on, but what is it? And then I saw your interview with Ken Blackman.
Mm-hmm.
And then I thought, how incredible that this is landing now on my lap now. This gift, it was almost exactly the same what I was experiencing, you know? I don't want to spend because I don't have any clients. And then I was doing this. And then I came back to my own feeling again. And then I was back again to happiness. Then I realized, oh, fuck, but I can choose my own feeling. I can choose. I am the one to choose. And then, bang, there was a new client who ordered the business reading. And then, bang, another client ordered the business reading. And then today I spoke to her. She was very happy. She said, wow, this is such an amazing thing you're selling me. I want to be coached by you. So I said, okay.
So
that's
beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you just tell us right now what you do? What's your mastery?
My mastery is to do psychic readings, business readings, I call them. So I look at the energy of a company, and I look at the energy of the owner, and then I can see where things are blocking.
And who are your favorite clients to work with, or your favorite companies?
My favorite companies are very ambitious entrepreneurs who are having already a certain awareness. So they are healers, readers, spiritual people.
Mm-hmm. So,
but I also have an accountant. So, you know, when you are spiritual, it's okay.
I think that one of the most amazing things about your work, Yvonne, is that you yourself are so spiritual, and you do this very spiritual thing. The reading that you do is very spiritual, very woo, very esoteric. But I have seen you work actually a lot with people who have very almost corporate mentalities or corporate businesses, like much more. I mean, technically I have a corporation, but we don't really operate like most corporations. We're very small and more like a family. So I just think that your work is super inspiring, fascinating, the way that you analyze the energetics of a company. So just shouting you out right now, anyone who's watching and is interested in that.
Thank you.
How can they find you,
look me up. They can find me on www.yvonnevendis with an I and .nl, or they can find me on Facebook.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Congratulations on your 2 new clients. I love it.
Thank you very much, darling.
Yes, my honor, my pleasure. Enjoy your day.
I will. Love you. Bye.
I love that we got Switzerland in here. Now we got Holland in here. Next we got Dina. Come on, Dina, let's go.
Woo! I am so happy that I'm here. You have no idea. I was RSVPing on that link 100 times and it wasn't sending the info. So I feel like I've won the lottery being here. Hi.
Hi. Where are you right now?
I just got to Mill Valley. I had to think for a minute because I've been doing a lot. And it's beautiful, right?
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Beautiful. All right, beautiful. Totally. So how can I help you today? What's your question?
I wanted to ask you a question. We are thinking about, my company is called The Path, which I know you know, but for everyone, and it's in meditation. And as of yesterday, bold new direction. First of all, we've been an in-person meditation company for 6 years, I think, since 2014. So obviously we need to switch it digital. I feel really excited and energized about it. I wanted to ask you about membership models and what you think of those, because that's what we're thinking about right now. I actually just told my team this yesterday, and they were cautiously optimistic, maybe emphasis on the cautious, but I believe in it. So I wanted to ask you about it.
What are you excited about it?
So I'm excited because the thing that we're best at and that I'm probably best at is building community. I think there are a lot of places to go to get meditation with a voice coming into your ears, but I love being in community, and I also love running communities and, you know, being a member of this and that. So I really want to build a community, which we have. It's just been in person, but I think it works to do it online. And so that energizes me because I think other people are motivating and also can help people be accountable. I guess Gretchen Rubin says we're either accountable to other people or ourselves. or neither. I'm terrible about being accountable to myself, but I am really good about being accountable to other people. So I just want to make it fun. And yes, I'm excited. Obviously, the recurring revenue would be awesome. So I wanted to ask about that. And yeah, can you make it work? Can you make it work? Do membership communities work?
Yes. Yes. Yes, they work. And I think that I'm actually thinking about a couple of different people who you may want to talk to. But the thing is that for meditation, it's a different kind of thing. I think it's a natural extension of what you do. So I just want to echo that everything that you're saying, like I've been to a Mela retreat. I know what kind of community you build. It's very unique. I've never, that's why I went, because I was like, I want to know what this kind of community feels like, to be in a room full of people who are this dedicated to their spirituality and also like really movers and shakers out in the very material world. There's a very unique merging that you guys create. And so, that was the last event that I went to before the quarantine hit. And so we were exiting the retreat was like, okay, now what's next? Like there's all this energy. Oh wait, all of a sudden we can't meet in person. Right. So I think it's you're just picking up on what's already wanted in this community.
Well, actually, we're going to do something separate for the Mela community, which is more high end and curated. But actually, I'm thinking so we will do something along those lines. But actually, I want to build a membership community around the Path, which is the parent company of Mela. It's much more open. But the thing that I love about it is that it's not just people that want to meditate. There's obviously a big market for that. It's meditators. And I don't know of a community right now for meditators. And so to be specific about the question, how do we figure out what the product is? Like, what is it?
What do meditators need?
I think they do need community. I don't want to say.
How does that look?
Yeah. So I wonder if it's once a month gathering because people are so burned out about online, or if we just offer every night. There's an unguided sit every night and every morning. Or do we have something that we're working on each month, like whether it's forgiveness or whatever, X, Y, and Z, thinking about right action. There's so many.
Okay, so you're talking about 3 potential elements. You could do it all 3. The unguided sit.
Yep.
Which happens every day.
Yeah, maybe twice a day, maybe morning and evening, because some people like to meditate in the morning and some people like to do it at night. Yeah.
You've got the theme of the month.
Yes.
Or the season or whatever. Like,
yeah,
I think that's a way of bringing it's almost like you're bringing everyone's mind to the same focus. I think that's a useful idea with whatever else you do. Yeah. And then you talked about a monthly event, and I would propose that monthly event kicks off the monthly theme. It's like
it would, exactly.
Like little mini retreat.
It's almost like a little bit of Dharma it could be on, I love from the Course of Miracles, today I shall judge nothing that occurs. We're so judgmental, especially now when people are pretty stressed with Corona. So one great example would be spend this month trying, the minute you catch yourself judging someone, why is she wearing that? Why aren't they wearing a mask? Why are they wearing a mask? Whatever the judgment is, just notice to yourself that judgment and then just say to yourself, today I shall judge nothing that occurs, almost through the whole day. That would be a good example. Yeah, so I would kick it off in a monthly meeting and say, this month we're going to be working on no judgment. Don't judge yourself for all the judgments because that's the human brain, but just catch yourself in it. So that would be a good example. And then we have some kind of accountability for it. But then I'm assuming that everyone wants to go on the exact same path that I want to go on at the right time. But I think people can choose to
join. There's almost 8 billion people on the planet. Everyone doesn't, but the people that you are meant to support do.
Okay.
So the only other thing that I think you need, I would do all 3 of those things. And the only thing that I would suggest in addition is that you think about the community piece is rich. How you facilitate the communication, the sense of connection that happens online, but outside of those containers is the piece that I think you need to just like clarify in your own mind, whether it's a Facebook group or a WhatsApp group, depending on how small it is, or something else. And it might actually be beneficial for you to become a member of some other membership programs just to see how they do it. And offhand, Ryan Lee comes to mind and Jay Shetty comes to mind because they both have some kind of membership there's so many people. So if anybody watching this has other suggestions about membership-based platforms, feel free to throw those in. But I think just to like literally participate in someone else's membership site so that you can see what you like and don't like. And just, Dina, just trust that what you like is what's going to work. Because are you going to be the one to host and sustain this?
Yep.
The only thing, just based on knowing you and what we've talked about in the past, the only other thing that I want you to really think about is to anticipate how this platform will tempt you to cross your own boundaries around obsessing over technology.
Right. Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
And like how you can, that's what you're looking for when you think about how to structure this whole framework so that it doesn't actually require you to manage the whole thing.
Yeah, to set boundaries. I agree. Let me ask one other question on setting the product. And that's a great idea to join other membership communities. I love that. Do you think it's smart? It's sort of like a president doing polling. It's good to respond to the people, but you also want to be a leader. Should we choose, say, 15 random people on either our email list or people that have come to virtual events with us recently and ask them, what would you want in a membership community?
I don't think there's any harm in that.
Okay.
And I also think I just think you know already. Okay. So it might be even more powerful to pick 15 people that you know, like that are the most likely actually to want to participate, and have, instead of just sending them the email, invite them. Call them and say, hey, we're doing this thing. You want to do it? If they say yes, great, you go ahead and take their payment. And then in the same conversation, you're like, is there anything else that you would want to see?
Oh, so don't talk to them before we set the product. Talk to them after.
I don't think there's any reason to. It's this little Facebook methodology. Fail fast and then like learn from it. Like just that's how you're gonna get the most information, is just by putting it out into the world and testing.
Okay. And then do you have thoughts? Sorry, I thought that was the last question. Do you have thoughts on, do you price things high to keep it at a certain level and people feel like they're, with other people that are paying at this level? Do you price it low to try to go more mass? I can't figure that out.
I think that you're a genius at pricing, first of all. So like, I know about you. I know you, Dina. This is your area of mastery. So you're asking the right questions. And I think it's a matter of what you want. Do you want this to be a huge community? Do you want every single person to say yes? Or do you want it to be really just like the top, 20, 50, 100 people? Like, you decide what you want the end result to look like, and then work backwards.
Okay. I mean, I was thinking one community for Mela that'll be a little different, and then one for the Path. And maybe the Path would be like $18. It's like a nice Buddhist number.
I think you're offering an awful lot.
Oh,
daily sits twice a day.
Yeah, you're right.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
And if you're building in the infrastructure to actually facilitate real relationships, that's the thing. If there's not going to be real relationships, it's a different program. That's fine. But then maybe $18 is fine. But if you're actually doing the thing that you do, I think it's worth a lot more than that. I would actually encourage you to think about the offer that you made to the Mela folks.
Yeah.
Adapt it to the Path and to virtual. Think about it that way. Like that's what you're trying to build. And actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, there may be an opportunity for kind of subgroups. Like maybe that's part of how you build community, is that what else you might want to look at? Have you connected at all with the Big Quiet and Medi Club?
We inspired it.
So I would look again at what they're doing. I have no idea what they're doing now, but they definitely were kind of creating I think a membership model that is not unlike what you're thinking about. So maybe that's worth looking at too.
Cool.
I'm so excited for you, Dina. Congratulations.
Terrifying, but thank you.
People need it. Oh my God.
Yes. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, my honor. See you soon.
Thank you.
Great, fun questions. So practical, so spiritual, so enriching. Oh. Who's next? Shafeli, hi.
It's me again.
Lovely to see you.
Can you hear me? Because I have another computer.
I hear you well.
Okay.
Also in Holland, we got Europe in the house big time today. I love it.
Good one. So my question is, how do you move forward with divine timing in sales? So
tell me more about this question. How do you move forward in divine timing in sales?
Yes, because I noticed that when I'm a fast learner, I'm a go-getter. So when I feel something in my soul or I get triggered by something, I immediately move. And I noticed, maybe that's like something I need to lean back a bit more and receive more information before I make my move.
Okay, so
sometimes it feels like I have to. I'm running and then it feels like I have to make things work instead of let things unfold.
Yes. So, well, here's my proposal to you. Things are working and things are meant to work. So whatever your vision is, it's meant to happen. Dina's vision with this community of meditators deepening is meant to happen. That's why she's having the thought. So anything that gets in the way of it happening is not a sign of anything. It's just probably your energy clogging up the pipes or your subconscious trying to reach for an alternative. Like, oh, maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe I can convince Shafeli to not grow. Okay. So I do think once you're clear about that, then there is an opportunity to force it or allow it. Make it work or allow it to work. And I think that that's a juicy question for you. What I don't want to support is forcing it to work or allowing it not to work. That's not interesting. You don't need to work on that one.
No.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but I hate these things. So I think there is like a spot between making it work and allowing it to work.
Yes.
So, yeah, my question is, what's there?
What are you really asking?
How do you move from that spot? That's what I'm asking. Between the making it work and the allowing it to work.
What are we talking about right now?
In making sales, in
one sale or many sales or one particular person? What
approaching people to have the conversations to because I'm now in
let me take you in a different direction.
Mm-hmm.
Are you open to sharing some numbers with us?
Yeah.
How much money would you like to make in May?
I would love to make, and May is already almost over, $10,000.
So
that's what I would love to make.
How many unique clients do you need to sell in order to reach that financial goal?
In my vision, only one person.
Okay, so when you say that, are you saying, like, do you need to raise your prices in order to match that vision, or are you already charging that?
No. I'm actually at the beginning of my business. I have one client right now that I got in last August, and that has been my only client. And
so if you sell one more client in the next week and a half, you would sell them a program that costs $10,000. Okay, so the only issue is like if they paid in full or if they only put a deposit down.
No, the problem, I have to get out there. I don't have any leads.
Yeah, we're still working on numbers.
Oh, sorry.
So you could sell one client and they could pay in full,
Mm-hmm.
or you could sell 4 clients and they could put down $2,500. Something in between, somewhere in there, like between 1 and 5 clients is how many you need to find.
Mm-hmm.
When you tune in this moment, put aside the past. You're doing some radical work on yourself right now. You just went to an amazing transformational retreat. You're dropping old karma like flies. Like, you are getting very free. You with me?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
I'm not that free. I'm
You are that free. I'm inviting you to feel the part of you that's that free.
Okay, I have to get there because I'm not there right now.
Let's start with one client. Just looking for the next one. Okay? So just feel them. Feel what it's like to meet them, how fun and exciting it is to see their face or hear their voice or learn, like read their questionnaire, whatever it is that is your first encounter with them. The sense of recognition, like, oh yeah, this is my person. And immediately celebrating, like, oh yeah, and like, good on me because I welcome this person in. Like, yeah, I saw this person, I felt this person, and now here they are. You with me?
100%.
Okay, great. That's huge. Shefali, this is the answer to the question you were asking before. Like, this is what it feels like to be in your allowing state.
Yep.
That's the difference. Allowing comes from positive expectation. It comes from expecting what you want to come. The forcing, the working, that actually comes from expecting it not to come, which then is why it doesn't come. So what you just did, we don't need to do anything else.
No.
But we're going to.
Oh, yay.
But this is the heart. Like, this is like 90% of the transmission of this question. So I want you to really like put some neon lights around that for yourself. Like, seal this physical, energetic, emotional state as the baseline for what you're aiming for every day when you wake up, every time when you get on a sales call. It's like, yeah, this. Okay?
Yes, I feel that. And the thing you said about working hard is actually manifesting that there's nothing there. It's like a lack kind of way of going forward.
Yes.
So that was a really mind twister for me.
Yes, and good. Did you write that down?
No, but I'm going to.
Just write it down right now, and then because I think everybody needs to write that down.
I'm in my bed right now.
Say it again out loud. Everyone else will write it down for you.
So, when you work hard, you are actually saying there is nothing there that you can allow. It's coming from a place of lack and not from a place of fullness.
Trikala, see if you can, I don't know if you can put that in the visual comments, but I think it'd be nice. So what I just wrote down that you said, Shefali, I did my best. When you overwork, you're saying to the universe that there isn't enough. It's coming from a place of lack instead of a place of fullness.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. You were you meant that I had to go write it down on my journal.
If you had your journal there, that is what I meant. But this works just as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's literally in text for everyone. Everyone should write this down because this is the truth. This is why ease is such an important teaching. Allowing is such an important teaching. It's not that hard work doesn't matter. It totally does. You gotta it just shouldn't feel hard. The energy of it should feel like flow. The energy of it should be coming from that place of fullness. Otherwise, you're going to end up making it really hard for yourself because you're energetically coming from a different place than what your vision is. And you won't be able to get there from here. You can't muscle your way into allowing. You can't muscle your way into receiving. You can't muscle your way into ease. If you want ease, you got to choose it right now, this moment. And then when you have some cognitive dissonance, when you're like, but the client, great. Yeah, now choose ease again. Now choose that fullness, that abundance, that positive expectation again in the face of that doubt or fear or worry. That's the mastery. That's why sales business is such a powerful spiritual practice because it demands that of us. We just can't be successful and thrive and not do that personal work. So the final piece is about actually getting on the phone, calling your network, reaching out to people, following your intuition.
I did it. After the retreat, I was full of energy, of course. And that's exactly what I did.
How many people did you talk to?
One, but I reached out to many. So in this week or the next week, all the people I reach out to will call me back, or I have appointments and stuff like that.
Great.
And the very first one was a real uncomfortable one, and a very good one. And
excellent.
Yeah.
Watch my search on my YouTube channel for cold calls and watch.
I watched it.
You rewatch them if you want.
Again.
Yeah. Really beautiful work, Shefali. You're doing great. Keep going.
Yes. We'll be talking next week.
Okay, good.
I can't wait.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you very
job.
much.
My honor, my pleasure. All right, Suzette, let's get in here. Hey, Mamacita.
Hello. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. I'm outside. Sorry for the wind, but I like to walk and listen to you. It's awesome.
It's great. It's great. You sound great. What's your question today?
So all of these principles I understand with service and consulting and coaching, but I'd really like to hear an application of product. If you have something that isn't really, you are selling yourself, but in what someone's buying is a little bit apart from you or separate from you.
It's a great question. I think that there's a lot of it that's identical, right? And I actually like to talk. I really enjoy actually teaching sales and then using a vacuum cleaner salesperson as the example, because I think it's the same thing. And there is also like marketing and advertising comes in oftentimes much more quickly when you're selling product, because most people that are selling product are selling at scale right out the gate. Whereas people like me and other coaches and spiritual teachers are not necessarily, it's like Shefali, who was just on before you, she just needs one client right now. Right? So it's a different thing. I think that's real. It's not an issue of product versus service. It's an issue of 1 versus 10,000. Okay. So that actually, I mean, as I'm saying that out loud, I'm realizing, because I know a little bit about your business, I'm not sure that it's so different for you. Like, what I teach is revolutionary for someone in your business. You know, to be willing to call one person and then another, to sell them a high-end bag or high-end shoes or a high-end hat or whatever. Like, that's very high touch. That's radical. What better way to build your business? So that's my proposal to you, Suzette, is that it's not that different until you are wanting to, have 100 people click and buy without ever meeting you. The principles in that context are still the same. You still want to be meeting the need of your ideal client in their language. You still want, oh, look at that. Can you give us a little more water? Show us that water. Woo!
I'm on the batteries.
So
my happy place.
No wonder you're outside. Thanks for taking us there. So you're still interested in, like, what does this person want that they don't already have? Why do they want it? That's really important for you, Suzette. Like, why do they want the $11,000 gourmet bag? Why do they want that? Like, why do they want those things?
Mm-hmm.
What stops them from having that?
Right.
What gets in the way of that? What inner dialogue has them not doing that? What and how? That's the piece. That little juncture is what you're serving. Just like all of us. Here's the thing that you want. Here's the thing that you do instead. What are you going to do? And
right.
your
I always
job
hate
is
framing it like a problem, though, because I hate framing it like a problem because $11,000 bag isn't a problem. So I think that's the part I have to.
No, the $11,000 bag isn't a problem. It's the solution to the problem that they have. And they do have a problem. I mean, it's a semantic thing. I understand not everybody wants to use the word problem. I don't always want to use the word problem, but there's something in there that, so run with this. Listen to this again. Over here is what they want. They want high-end fashion. They want something bespoke. They want it just for them. They want it to be made by people who care about the environment. They want it to be high-end because they want to live a classy life, because they want to be seen in a particular way, because they want to love themselves in that way. All those things. And also they want a bag to put their shit in. Right? Like whatever all of that is. On the other side, why don't they have it? Well, because frankly, with this one, because they don't know it exists, because they don't know they can, because they don't know where to look, because they feel like Marc Jacobs is the best they can do, whatever. Because they don't think they deserve it, because they don't know it's ethical, because they don't there's problems of education, problems of mindset, problems of access. There's all kinds of things here. Your job is to help talk to them at that intersection.
Okay. Energetically or both? Energetically.
Both.
In real life. Okay.
In real life.
Awesome. Mind blown again.
Do you want to articulate from that place, or do you need to chew on it some more?
I need to process it for sure.
Okay, great.
But it's there.
Great. Good.
Thank you.
I just want to thank you again for this question, because I think that a lot of people have this question, and the way that we just talked about it was, again, one of the most clear ways that I think I've ever spoken about it or had a conversation about it, which is that it's not about the thing you're selling. It's about how many of them you're selling.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So sales are the same everywhere. And when you start to scale sales, that's a new challenge for everyone. So it's
what
why
does that look like if you're doing multiple? So I do have the everyday luxury. So what does that look like on the larger scale? Not larger for me, but larger scale then.
I don't think that you're there yet. That's what I'm saying. I think that you're figuring out how to master sales at this scale. Mm-hmm. Once you've got that and it's rocking and rolling, then you figure out how to exponentially increase that.
Okay.
That's why it's easier to sell one thing or a couple things when you've got 17 things. They all potentially have different strategies. And so it can be a little confusing or overwhelming for you or for your audience. So that's why it's useful. When I teach menu creation for my clients, that they usually choose one thing actually to start with and then build from there. Once they've mastered selling one thing, then they can sell a second thing. Then they can go as big as they want, but it can help to focus.
Okay. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. All right. Anything else?
I hear that. Thank you. No, you're awesome. I appreciate all of this.
Okay, good. Beautiful, beautiful question. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
All right. Beautiful, beautiful job, guys. We're going to close there for the day. And we will be returning to this exercise, this space, this container next Thursday. So it is not too late, or not too early, I should say, to submit your question for next week. This time is opening up as you know, my eyes on your business, on your questions, spiritual, sales, mindset, strategy, whatever it is that I can help you with. It's a steal. It's a steal. So get in here. Let me help you. And really, really looking forward to connecting with you guys next time. Enjoy your weeks. Enjoy your lives. Make sure that you are celebrating yourself. If you didn't get to watch yesterday's live on authority, please watch it. It's so powerful for everyone, whether they study sales or not. And there were a couple of other things that were mentioned today. The interview with Ken Blackman is brilliant. Ken is an incredible relationship coach. That one just released this week. It's so, so, so potent. So just lots of resources. Always, we welcome your feedback. Let us know how we can help, and look forward to connecting with you guys again soon.